guys, it's Cece, and I am here with my second video of the day to talk about my February TBR. So in February, I'm going to be participating in a month-long reading challenge called Feminist Lit February. This is a challenge that was created by Jane Lindsay over at It's Jane Lindsay. You should definitely go check out her channel. But basically, it sets aside February as a month to read feminist fiction. I honestly did not decide to participate in this until February 1st, but I have picked out what I think are going to be some incredible books, all according to some of the challenges of Feminist Lit February. I'm also going to be vlogging for the full month of February, so get excited for that. I'm vlogging again. And anyway, let's get into the books that I'm planning on reading this month. So the first challenge of Feminist Lit February is to read some feminist fiction. And the book that I chose for that is Piecing Me Together by Renee Watson. This book is about a girl named Jade. She comes from a low-income family, but has the opportunity to go to a nearby private high school on scholarship. She also winds up being a part of Woman to Woman, a program that mashes up high school girls with older girls in a mentorship capacity. But despite the fact that Jade's mentor is also black and also went to her high school, Jade doesn't feel at all like Maxine understands where she's coming from. Most of all, Jade is tired of being singled out as someone who needs support and someone who needs to be fixed. This is a book about race, about privilege and relationships, and so far I'm 70 pages into it. I'm absolutely loving it, and I'm really glad that I can already tell that my first pick for Feminist Lit February is going spectacularly. The next challenge is to read a book of feminist nonfiction, and for this I have decided to read Mackenzi Leigh's new book, Bygone Badass Broads. This comes out pretty soon. I'm not remembering if it's the end of February or the beginning of March, but the publishing company has offered to send me a copy. Bygone Badass Broads is a series that Mackenzi Leigh originally did on Twitter, where I think on Tuesdays she would just have a Twitter thread about an incredible woman in history, and that has been turned into this full book. I'm really excited about it. Hopefully it gets here in time. If it doesn't, I have a number of nonfiction works that I would absolutely love the chance to read this month, but for now, this is what I'm going to be counting as my feminist nonfiction. Challenge number 3 is to read an Own Voices book. Now, a number of the books I'm planning on reading in the month of February are already Own Voices, so I decided to pick an Own Voices aspect that I didn't think had been represented in those other books. So I'm going to be reading Crooked Kingdom by Leigh Bardugo, and the Own Voices rep in this is for disability. One of the main characters in this series, Kaz, uses a cane, as does Leigh Bardugo, and it was one of my favorite aspects of the first book. I hadn't ever read fantasy with a disabled main character before, and it was just an incredible part of an already really fantastic book. This is a series about 6 teenagers who are hired to pull off an impossible fantastical heist. I liked the first one. I am prepared to love the second one. Besides the Own Voices rep, I also think that this book has a lot of other stuff to offer in terms of this being Feminist Lit February. 2 of the female main characters are a couple of my favorites of all time, and I love their relationship together. So, yeah. Crooked Kingdom is my pick. The fourth challenge is to read a book by a black woman or a black author who identifies as non-binary, gender fluid. I have decided to read Akata Witch by Nnedi Okorafor. Akata Witch is about a girl named Sunny who was born in New York but lives in Nigeria. She looks West African, but she's also albino, and she has just never felt like she fits in, and then she discovers why. It turns out that she's basically overflowing with these latent magical abilities. She winds up going to learn more about her magical ability to hone her skills, and then she finds out that, of course, there is a big bad that she's going to have to fight. This has gotten so many incredible reviews, and I've been dying to read basically anything by Nnedi Okorafor. She is a very hyped author, especially on booktube, but like, she's constantly winning awards. She's a very impressive woman, and so I am definitely planning on reading this in February, and then hopefully checking out some of her other works. I'd love the chance to read Binti. So this is my book for challenge number 4. And challenge number 5 is a feminist freebie. You can either kind of choose your own book that you deem as feminist, or you can ask feminist friends for a recommendation, and I have chosen 2 books for my feminist freebie that both come incredibly highly recommended by many of my feminist book friends. First of all, Everything I Never Told You by Celeste Ng. This has been hyped for years by so many people, and I'm really excited to finally be reading it. This is also my book that's on my top 12 to read in 2018 list. This book follows a Chinese-American family in Ohio in the 1970s when their daughter is found dead in a lake. I've never read anything by Celeste Ng. It's finally time. I'm hoping this is going to be fantastic. And my other feminist freebie pick is The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid. Yes, I am also jumping on the hype train, and it is finally time to read this book. This book is about Evelyn Hugo, who is a reclusive Hollywood actress who finally decides she wants to tell her story, but the woman she picks is this sort of unknown magazine writer who doesn't really know why she's been chosen for the job, but she does get to listen as Evelyn Hugo recounts the story of her life. This book has been riding the hype train for a while now, and it just keeps getting more intense, and I feel like I can't wait anymore. So this is definitely happening in the month of February, and I can't wait. And that's it. Those are the books that I'm planning to read in the month of February for Feminist Lit Feb. I will hopefully be tweeting with that hashtag, maybe doing Instagram with the hashtag, but Feminist Lit Feb is the hashtag for this whole reading challenge. What are you reading in the month of February? Is there any chance that you are also participating in Feminist Lit February? Let me know down in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in another video very soon. Bye!